Hi, welcome to Yoga Path with Kate. If you've taken videos with me before, then you will notice that we're in a different location. So I decided to go ahead and move into my home studio, out of my house and into the home studio. One of the progressions I'd like to move into with my videos is giving more of an anatomical perspective before we move into the work that we're going to do. And all of my demonstration tools are here in the studio. So this seemed to make the most sense. For class today, we're going to be focusing on neck and shoulders, and we may move into a little bit of arm strength as well. And what we'll be using at the end of class is a restorative back bend. And for that, I've got the yoga bolster, and I have a blanket over the top of it, and I've made a little roll at the end that I place right in front of the bolster. So no, you don't need to have specific yoga bolsters and yoga blankets, but if you have something in your home that you can use to substitute for that, this may be a good time to go and get that. Otherwise, feel free to go through the practice, and then you can always hit pause and get what you need. So I just wanted to let you know about that. And then I also have a couple of blocks. We will be doing some lunges, and for most people, having some blocks to place under the hands to help with stability helps. I'm also sitting on a blanket. It's easier for me to sit on a blanket when I begin, but a blanket's also a great thing to put under knees, like I said, particularly for the lunges if needed. So let's begin. So take your starting position and let the eyes close. And go ahead and begin with a few slow, easy breaths. And depending on where you are in your day and what you're needing to let go of in order to step into your practice, it may take a while to calm the breathing down. So just give yourself the time and the space that you need to allow that to happen. And if it's comfortable, let the eyes close. If it's not comfortable, this is your practice. Do what works for you. So as you breathe, just feel that breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Comparing the temperature of the inhale to the temperature of the exhale. That coolness of the breath as it enters the body, and the warmth of the breath as it leaves. And begin to ease into an inhale and an exhale that are similar in length. We're making the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. We're born into this world on an inhale, and we exit with an exhale. The inhale is really bringing us into the moment. The exhale is the time to rest. You may want to invite a slight pause at the end of your exhale. Nothing to stress or strain the breathing. Begin to inhabit the body. Just feel into the body. Sensing the position of your head on your neck in relationship to the shoulders. And the rib cage and its relationship to the pelvis. And bringing awareness to the sitting bones and just noticing if you're leaning forward, rounding back, and you may want to gently tilt the pelvis forward, bringing the whole torso forward over the legs. And then gently find that place where you move through center, neutral, and then maybe gently leaning back. And then again, coming forward. And you may want to do that a few times until you're comfortable with what feels like a neutral, seated, upright position. Feeling the hands on the legs, and the bend at the hips, at the knees, the ankles. Now one leg crosses in front of the other, and the meeting points between your body and the earth. And notice how the body changes its shape as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Breathing at a pace that's comfortable for you. Imagine your whole body filled with light. Visualize that light shining in all directions. And if you choose, set an intention for your practice. Something loving to yourself, to others, or both. And in this space, meet yourself with compassion. And treat yourself with loving kindness. Allowing the practice to nurture the self, not cause it any harm. Listening to and honoring your needs above and beyond the structure of the class. I like to begin class with the student-teacher chant. It's chanted in Sanskrit, and it translates, "May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we practice with great vigor. May our study be enlightening, and may no obstacle rise between us. Om, peace, peace, peace." Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bahunaktu Saviryam Karavahai Tejasvinam Aditamastu Ma Vidvishava Hai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And then we begin by repeating the mantra Om 3 times on the exhale. So if you choose, bring the hands into Yana Mudra, the thumb and first finger lightly touching, rest of the fingers extended, the back of the hands resting on the legs. And breathing slowly and deeply, inhale completely. And then go ahead and slowly and gently open the eyes. Okay. All right, so let's just give the whole body a nice warm up. Been seated in this position for a while, so let's go ahead and stretch the front of the body. So beginning in a rather familiar position for most of us is cat-cow. So as you inhale, externally rotate your shoulders, reach your chest forward, hugging the armpits down towards the hips, lengthening the front of the neck. And then as you exhale, press down gently through the hands, firmly through the lower legs. You can feel those shoulders internally rotate, stretching the back so the belly is strong. Inhaling, and again, go at your own pace. Inhaling as you bend the back and stretch. Exhaling, strong belly and a lift of the pelvic floor. So from the pubic bone to the tailbone. Inhaling into your back bend. And as you exhale, make sure you're not allowing the upper body to support all of your weight. So use those legs, press the lower legs down into the earth, all the way to the toes. And just a few more times with your breath. Inhaling, lengthening the front of the body. Exhaling as you round. Again, go at your own pace. You're not having to cue as you move, so you may be moving a little faster than I am, and that's perfectly fine. Or you may be taking time and going slower. It's your practice. So just listen to your body. Okay, one more inhale and exhale, moving through this position. Just feel those shoulders moving, externally rotating the shoulders so the shoulders roll away from each other. internally rotating the shoulders. They move in together. And then coming to a neutral position, an external rotation of the shoulders, looking to the floor, and get a sense of reaching the top of the head forward and that hip crease back behind you. Good. And then go ahead, you will help that right foot forward and then begin a lunge forward. Press that left lower leg into the floor. Engage, tighten that left buttock as you lunge forward and pressing that left lower leg into the floor so that you really get a good stretch through the front of the leg. The left buttock is engaged so that you're safely stretching the front of the hip. And then as you exhale, press down firmly into your right heel and take the hips back only as far as you can without externally rotating your hip and rolling to the outside of your foot. And then moving with your breath, press into that left lower leg, left buttock engaged as you come forward, lifting the chest, lift the chin. You're lengthening from the toes to the chin. Exhale, push down into that right heel, easing back. You're stretching the back of the body. So again, you're lifting the pelvic floor, abdomen is engaged. Inhaling as you come forward, stretching the front of the body so the back body is engaged. Let's go a couple more times with the lunge on this side. Exhaling back, inhaling forward. Again, use those blocks if you need them. I have my hands to the floor, but I don't want my arms to support me. I want the legs to support me, which is why I'm being careful to push through the front heel as I ease back and push through the back leg as I come forward. Good. This next time that you come forward, feel as if you're hugging an imaginary ball between the inner thighs. Left buttock is engaged and the left lower leg is into the floor. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Begin to lift the torso, lift the chest and the chin. Exhale, circle the arms back and down. Inhale, reaching forward, lifting up, opening up towards the sky. Exhale, the arms back and down. So just starting to really warm up through the shoulders, lifting, lengthening. Exhaling one more time. Deep breath in, reaching those arms all the way up. Excellent. And then bring the hands down. Go ahead, press into that right heel. Take the hips all the way back, or as far back again as they go comfortably for you. Strong belly. Just giving a nice stretch now to the back of that right leg. Good. And then bring a little bend to that right knee, helping that right leg back to the left. And just give a little shift of weight from side to side. Use a blanket underneath the knees if you need to. And then we'll go to the opposite side. So helping that left foot forward, coming into a lunge. Press down through the right lower leg, tightening that right buttock, and lift. Open up the heart, lengthen the front of the body. Exhale, press down through the left heel, easing the hips back only as far as you can without externally rotating the hip, rolling to the pinky toe side of the foot. Inhale, use that right leg and buttock to support the body as you come forward. Exhaling back, pressing into that left heel. Strong abdomen, lift of the pelvic floor as you go back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. You do not have to come as far forward or as far back as I go, or you may have the capability to move even more, and that's fine. Just make sure that you're using your muscles to support you and you're not just hanging out in ligaments. You're really working through the musculature of the body to support you. Good. So just a couple more times here. Inhaling forward. opening up through the chest. Stay mindful of that right leg behind you. So even as you come forward, feel that connection as you're lengthening from the right toes all the way through the center of the chest. One more time. Exhaling as you go back, lift the pelvic floor, strong abdomen, and then pressing that right lower leg all the way to the toes into the floor, and then reaching those arms forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, circle the arms out and down. So one way to help with balance, at least what I have found, is to imagine you're squeezing a beach ball between the inner thighs. And that helps to really centralize your strength so that it's not sending it out to the side. Good. Inhale forward and lift, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Exhaling as you release the arms. One more time. Inhale, reach forward, bring it all the way up. Great job. Exhale, bring the hands all the way down. Take the hips back, again pressing through that left heel as you ease back. Strong belly. Just taking a couple breaths here. Just letting the back body, the back of that left leg stretch. And then go ahead, put a little bend in your left knee, and then step that left leg back to the right. And again, you can shift your weight a little bit side to side. And then we'll bring both legs into this movement. So walk the hands a little bit ahead of your shoulders, and then go ahead, press the tops of the feet, the lower legs into the floor. As you move forward into your back bend, externally rotate the shoulders, reach the tailbone towards your heels, and then lifting the chest and the chin. Keep the upper arms very close to the sides of the body. As you exhale, lift the pelvic floor, belly engaged. Ease the hips back towards the heels. Again, as far as knees and hips want to bend. As you come forward, stay connected to the feet and the lower legs. Externally rotate those shoulders as you come forward, so you're not pressing the body weight into the neck. You want to be supported. This is, when you come forward into that back bend, it's a great stretch for the neck and the chest if it's done correctly. So support yourself, reach forward with the chest and back with the legs so that it's a nice balanced stretch. And then the belly and the pelvic floor are lifted and strong when you come back to this position on your exhale, so that you're not using the lower back to lift the body up. Okay, good. Now this time that you exhale all the way back, and allow yourself to sit on blankets or bolsters between the buttocks and the heels if needed. You can also take the knees wide if that's easier for you. And we'll go ahead and take a lateral bend. So from here, walk the body over to the right. Keep that left sit bone in line with the left heel. Lengthen through the spine. Keep the shoulder girdle even so you're not dropping one shoulder lower than the other. As you inhale, take a nice full breath into that left side, expanding the left side of the ribs, lengthening through the waist. As you exhale, squeeze that right waist. Inhaling, lengthening through that left side. You can reach the arm forward, ease that hip crease back, exhaling as you squeeze that right waist. One more breath here. Deep breath in as you lengthen. Exhaling. Good. And then come all the way through center. Just give yourself a nice long stretch at center. And then when you're ready, over to the other side. So walking yourself over to the other side. Good. And you may find one side feels a little tighter than the other. That's totally normal. We use each side of our body differently. So again, you're breathing in. See if you can really expand the right side of the ribs, lengthening that right waist. Exhale, squeeze that left waist. Excuse me. Deep breath in through that right side, lengthen. Get a sense of the arm reaching forward and that right hip crease reaching back. And when you exhale, strong through that left waist. One more breath here. Nice, easy breath in. And exhale. Good. All right, go ahead and make your way back to center. And then press into those lower legs. Bring yourself all the way up. Help that right foot forward again. Tuck the left toes under and press that left heel away. Externally rotate that left hip so you're bringing that left heel to the floor and press that left heel down. Lift the left knee into the thigh so this whole leg is good and strong. Press down through the center of your right heel so the legs are supporting you. Bring your right hand to the floor inside or block to the inside of your right leg and press the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg. Begin to draw the left hip on top of the right. Draw that tailbone down towards your left leg. So you're keeping some length in the lower back. You're not compressing. You're bringing the left side of the rib cage on top of the right. Don't support yourself with the right arm. Press down through that right heel. Lift the left arm all the way up. And then slowly exhale. Bring that left arm down towards the floor. Inhale. Reach it forward. Connect the left fingertips to the left heel. And then lifting the arm up. And you can follow the hand with the eyes as you circle that left arm around. One more time to this left side. Deep breath in. And then exhale, bring that left hand down. Roll onto the ball of your left foot. Take the hands to either side of that right leg. And then lower that right knee down. Again, take that stretch back. Lengthening over that right leg. Good. And then help that right leg back to the left and gently ease the hips back towards the heels in an extended child's pose. If it's comfortable, release the head to the floor. You can place the head on blocks or a blanket. And then press those lower legs into the floor. And come on up. Good. Okay, I'm going to end up with my back to you for a moment here. So go ahead and step your left foot forward. Good. And tuck the right toes under. Press that right heel away. The right buttock is engaged. And then externally rotate that right leg so you're plugging that right heel into the floor. The left arm comes to the inside of the left leg, and you're pressing the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg. Press down into that left heel. Press down into the right heel. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lift that right arm up. Make sure you're staying long and lengthened through the spine. And the arm is reaching up. Don't use your left arm to support you. You're using your legs. And then when you're ready, exhale. That right arm moves back and down. And then inhale. Just reach forward while pressing through that right heel so you really get some beautiful length in the body. Inhaling as the arm comes up. Exhaling as it circles down. You can always use the block underneath that left hand if needed. Keep that right leg strong. Don't dump the weight of the body into your left arm. Good, one more circle. This time as you exhale, bring that right hand all the way down, rolling onto the ball of the right foot. Lower that right knee down, top of the foot to the floor, and exhale. Ease the hips all the way back, lengthening that left leg, folding forward. Excellent. Okay, walk your hands back towards you. Release that left leg. Good. Okay, go ahead and sit back on the heels if that's available and comfortable. If not, just take a position that is. And then go ahead, interlace the fingers and bring the hands to the back of the head, and then slowly, don't push on your head, just let the head drop down, bringing the chin towards that notch in the collarbone, and then just gently fold the arms towards the head. Good. As you inhale, reach forward with your elbows. So you feel yourself, the shoulder blades sliding forward as well, and then lift. Keep that motion and lift. Take a deep breath in, take the elbows back. You can feel those shoulder blades squeeze. And exhale, just gently lower the head and let the arms float down right next to the head. Inhale, reach your elbows forward, lift them up like you're pointing them up towards the ceiling. Take them back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Don't push your ribs forward. Exhale, lower the head. Let the arms lower down. Good. One more time. Inhale. Lifting up, taking the elbows up and out, shoulder blades together. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Release the arms all the way down by the side of the body. Keep the head dropped. And then when you're ready, if it's safe for your neck, on the inhale, just slowly take the head over to one side. Keep your jaw relaxed as you take the head all the way back and over to the opposite side. Become aware of your breathing if you left that awareness. Slowly bringing the chin down to that notch in the collarbone. Take a complete breath here. And then over to the other side. Inhaling, take the head to the other side. Taking it all the way back, over to the opposite side. Good. And down. Take your time. Take a complete breath. And then slowly, as if you're making a double chin or keeping a double chin, so you're going to lift your head, but you're not leading with your chin. You're lifting using the muscles in the back of the neck as you bring the head up. Good job. Okay, just gentle roll through the shoulders. Again, you're not pulling or pushing, just find how much of a circle you can do to just get some ease of motion, okay? Don't punish yourself. Just circling around. Good job. Okay. All right, go ahead and drop the right ear over the right shoulder, and then pick the right arm up and drape it over your head, and then bring the fingertips of the right hand to the base of the skull on that left side. As you inhale, go ahead and lift the head, lengthen your waist so you're not bending. Lift the head, reach that elbow up, and then as you exhale, slowly ease back down. Don't bend in the waist. And again, inhale, lifting up, reaching that shoulder, the shoulder blade, the elbow up, exhaling, relax over to the side. Now keep the head dropped to the side And then you still have your fingers on the base of the skull, but turn your head down. Okay, so you're looking down towards your right hip. The right cheek is next to your right shoulder. Take your left arm and fold it behind you, and then just slowly breathe. It's almost like your right fingertips have hooked in underneath that skull. Okay, you can even give the back of the bottom of the skull, the back of the neck there, a little massage. Just releasing some tension. Good. And breathe slowly and deeply. Take your time. One more breath here. And then go ahead and gently release that right arm. Bring it all the way down. Bring the head up. Roll through those shoulders. Close the eyes and just take a breath comparing one side of the body to the other. Okay, go ahead, drop left ear over left shoulder, move slowly. And then inhale the left arm up, drape it over the head, and then find the base of the skull on that right side. Just kind of hooking the fingers in there. Good. And fold that right arm behind you. And just breathe. Give that base of the skull a little massage if you'd like. All right, when you're ready, inhale and go ahead and slowly, gently lift the head and bring that whole left side of the waist with you. Lift through the waist, through the ribs, through the armpit, through the elbow. Exhale and release back to the side. Good. And then again, inhaling and lifting up, lengthening that left side as you reach up through the elbow. Exhaling and releasing the head back over to the side. One more time. Inhaling as you lift all the way up. And then this time, exhale, release the head back towards the side and then rotate in the neck so you're looking straight down towards that left hip. Good. And just breathe. And depending on how tight the muscles are in your neck, tops of your shoulders, it may be a stretch that you feel move all the way underneath the shoulder blade. You may feel it somewhere else, that's fine. And then just gently release that left arm down, release the right arm, and just slowly bring the head up. Good. All right, roll through those shoulders again. Gentle roll. Good. All right, you may be tired of sitting on your heels. So this time, go ahead and ease those feet over to the left so you're sitting down on the right hip. Now, if this is not available to you, which for a lot of us it's not, you would go ahead and put some support underneath that right hip, some blankets, whatever you need, so that you feel supported, like you're not going to fall over to your right side. Good. Okay, inhale both arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers, press the heels of the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Lengthen, make sure you're not pushing your rib cage forward. And then as you exhale, let the left arm help that right arm over, tightening the left side of the waist as you ease over. Inhale, that right arm help you to come all the way up. Exhaling as you ease over. Squeeze down that left waist so you're not just hanging from the right side. Inhaling as you lift one more time to that left side, moving at your own pace. Exhaling over. Good. And then inhale, come all the way up, pressing up through the heels of the hands, and then release those fingers and slowly lower the arms down. Good. All right, go ahead now. You can kick the legs in front and take them all the way over. You can bring the body forward and then take the feet over to your right side. Okay, again, same thing, support underneath that left hip as needed, and inhale the arms all the way up, interlace the fingers, pressing up through the heels of the hands. Gently ease the back of your rib cage back. Here's one of those poses where it's very easy to just stick the belly forward and roll to the very front of the sits bones. So keeping that spine as aligned as you can. Exhale over to the right, squeezing that right waist, letting the right arm ease that left arm over. And then inhale, coming all the way back up, pressing up through the heels of the hands. Good. Exhaling over to the right. Good. Squeezing that right waist, make it strong, and you can use that left arm to help bring the body back up. One more time. Exhale over to the right side, strong through that right waist. And then inhale, bring the body all the way up. Really press up, press up, press up. Don't push your ribs forward. And then release the fingers and slowly release the arms all the way down. Roll through those shoulders. Give gentle circles to the neck in each direction. Good job. Most excellent. All right, so now go ahead and bring yourself to seated and stretch those legs out in front of you. And then just go ahead and internally and externally rotate through the hips. So external rotation, you're taking the feet away from each other, and internal rotation, the feet come towards each other. Okay, you don't want to be putting a bunch of weight into your hands behind you. All right, so if it's available, go ahead and bring the legs into stillness, press through the heels, point through the feet, and if it's available, rotate so that your fingers are pointing forward. Walk the hands away from you, press through the heels. Good. And then as you exhale, strengthen in the belly. Let yourself round as if you're tucking the tailbone and tucking the chin. And then as you inhale, point the feet and then lift the chest and the chin all the way up, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Let all of that relax. Press the heels away, strong in the belly as you round. Inhaling, pointing the feet, lift and lengthen, opening through the center of the chest. In yoga, opening means we're stretching it. Exhaling down. Inhaling as you lift one more time. Exhaling back as you round. Good. And then inhale. Come all the way up, slowly peel those hands off the floor, and now flip the hands so that the back of the hands are to the floor. Depending on what you do with your arms and your hands all day, the back of the hands may not touch the floor, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, but it'll certainly let you know where the tension is in your arms. Okay, and then just gently, you can even rock the body a little bit side to side. So you're just rolling gently across the backs of the hands. I'm not going to say this is anyone's favorite move here. All right, and then release. Wiggle through the fingers, and then make fists with the hands and circle through the wrists. Jump. Okay. Wiggle through the fingers again. Move a little through the shoulders, through the neck, through the legs, through the ankles, the toes. Good job. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we'll bring in the bolster and the blankets, or whatever props that you would like to use. So placing the bolster behind me, okay, and the blanket is folded to about the width of the bolster. Doesn't have to be, again. And then I've rolled up the blanket so that the roll of the blanket is pretty much level with the height of the bolster. Okay, and then that goes on the floor right directly in front of the bolster. So, and it's also helpful to have another blanket nearby in case you want to put a little extra support under the back of the head once you're in position. Okay, so you're sitting on the floor right in front of that roll. You can keep the knees bent to start with, okay? And they may stay bent, or you may decide to stretch the legs out. And then use those strong belly muscles and just slowly ease the body back over the bolster. And once the body comes back, you can tuck those shoulder blades under and sternly rotate the shoulders so the palms are turning up towards the ceiling. If you feel any pinching or pain in the lower back, go ahead, roll to your side to come out of this position. And then you may not need such a tall support underneath you. You may just need a little bit of support. Okay. Another option, if you're feeling anything happening in the lower back, okay, so pretend I just rolled out and came up, is to use a blanket either under the head, or it can even catch you more, so it's coming underneath the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Okay, so whichever works best for you, okay, that's where you'll take your blanket. Okay. All right, so the knees can be bent, the feet on the floor. You can even kick the back of your calves up onto a chair or a couch, okay? Or if you choose, go ahead and straighten your legs out and then relax them. Let them roll out to the side. Now there's a lot of different leg variations that you could take here. Okay, another one is to bend the knees so that you're bringing the bottoms of the feet together and allowing the knees to fall out wide. And that would give you a nice little stretch through the inner thighs. Okay, that will also arch the lower back a little bit more. So you want to be mindful. You don't want any pinching, any pain at all in the lower back or anywhere in your body. All right, so once you're in position here, just go ahead, let the back of your body relax into the surface beneath it. And just bring awareness to the forehead, across the eyes, relaxing through the mouth and the cheeks and the jaw, creating space between the back teeth. And softening the throat, and then just allow the weight of your head to just sink into the surface beneath it. Take a slow breath in, feeling a gentle rise or expansion of the chest, relaxing across the shoulders, the arms, taking each breath as it comes. Soften or bring your awareness first all around the bottom of your rib cage. And just breathe, softening the belly, that you're allowing that respiratory diaphragm to drop down into the belly. We hold a lot of tension in the belly. And for some of us, it helps to place the hands on the abdomen so that you can actually feel the rise and the fall of the belly as you breathe. Sometimes just that tactile sensory information really helps. That feedback, it helps. And relax through the hips and the legs. And just staying here for a few moments, a few minutes as you breathe. And inhabit the body. You may want to do another gentle scan of the body, starting at the top of the head. Just allowing the body to relax slowly as you move your awareness down through the neck and the shoulders, down through the arms, the hands and the fingers. Feeling that gentle movement of the breath, feeling it in the chest, feeling it in the belly, relaxing all the muscles in the pelvis, the hips, buttocks, the legs, feet. And just breathe. Keeping yourself in this moment. You did choose to set an intention at the beginning of class, and the mind wants to wander. That may be something to anchor the mind to, is that intention. You may want to keep the mind still by just following the sensation of the breath, one breath at a time. Feeling your physical presence. Habit the body. And you may wish to remain here for a few more minutes. You may be ready to come out of this pose. So I'm going to go ahead and lead us out of this position. So be sure to engage the muscles in the abdomen, a gentle lift of the pelvic floor. And if the legs were straight, use that strength of the core to bend one leg at a time. And then whichever side that you prefer, go ahead and just gently roll to your side. So you're coming off of your bolster by rolling to the side. And then you can reach behind you and just push your props out of the way, maybe. And then take your time and come back flat on your back. And before, there's usually a really big urge to hug the knees to the chest. So not to ignore the needs of the body, but first allow that spine to just come into neutral here on the floor. And just allow the spine to relax. Maybe extend it a little bit. I'm keeping my knees bent, but you may want to straighten the legs right now, or you might be all right here. And then go ahead, both knees or one knee at a time. Again, using the strength of the abdomen, ease those legs towards you and just gently hug the knees, just rounding that lower spine away from the floor. And then releasing the legs enough that you can bring the back of the pelvis to the floor. Cup each knee with the hands. And then keeping that lower back to the floor. So you're not going to bring that lower spine with you. Go ahead and bend the knees. So the bend is happening just at that hip crease. So exhaling the knees towards you. And then inhaling. You're holding onto the knees, so let them come away from you until the arms are straight. The shoulder blades can come with you. And then as you exhale, not using your chest muscles to pull the knees towards you, and you're reaching that tailbone back down towards the floor. So you're keeping that extension in the spine, inhaling the legs away. This is called Apanasana. Exhaling as you bring the legs towards you. This is just a good way to work out any of the kinks that you may feel in your body. Good. And then hugging the knees to you. And then again, using the strength of the core, and you may want to do one leg at a time or both legs together, just easing the knees over to the left, gently turning the head to the right, just extending that right arm at the elbow, palm to the ceiling. And again, just notice the movement of breath in the right side of the body. Every inhale expands the right side of the ribs and the waist. And the exhale can be just a gentle release. One more breath here. And then bring the head back to center. Again, one leg at a time or both legs, but you want a strong abdomen so you're not using your lower back to pull the weight of the legs up, and hug them to you. If it's available, you can curl into a little ball. Don't pick the head up leading with the chin. Tuck your chin and reach the forehead towards the knees and just squeeze. Keeping the chin tucked as you bring the back of the head back to the floor. And then go ahead, take the legs over to the right, whichever way that you'd like to take it, one at a time or both together. The head turns to the left arm extends. And just gentle breaths. Make sure you're not gripping, especially if you have a hand resting on the legs, that right hand resting on the legs. Relax the hands. Soften the palms of your hands. Feeling that expansion of the ribs and the waist as you breathe in. Exhaling. Close the eyes. And on this exhale, just sigh the breath out. Engage the abdomen. Come back one leg or both legs. And then one more, just hug the knees to you. Tuck the chin, reaching the forehead for the knees, knees for the forehead. Good. And then keeping the chin tucked, lower the back of the head to the floor. And then one leg at a time, bring the foot to the floor. Inhale the either right or left arm, pick an arm and inhale it overhead. Roll to that side. Place the right hand or the other hand on the floor in front of you, using that arm to help walk the body all the way back up. And then take your time to come back to your seated position. Again, using whatever you choose for that seated position. And I was going to say, or if you'd like, you can just remain where you are and stretch out into Shavasana. I probably should have said that before I told you how to sit up. But okay. And just take a couple slow, easy breaths. Eyes gently closed. And just stay here, stay in this moment. And as you breathe, offer gratitude for all that supports you. And as you breathe, feel your strength. Acknowledge your beauty. And honor your truth. And we'll complete practice by repeating the mantra Om 2 times on the exhale. So again, if you choose, bring the hands into Yana Mudra and breathing slowly and deeply. Inhale completely. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, which means peace, peace, peace. Bring the hands into Namaste. And the light within me bows and honors the light within you. Namaste. And thank you